Eylon, what happens if you are successful, you dismantle Hamas? What happens next in Gaza?
As the international community is going to understand that whatever happens is going to be an arrangement that leaves in place the Israeli people's inalienable right to live in security. For too long, the international community has been putting pressure on Israel to create the conditions that have ultimately allowed Hamas to be able to perpetrate atrocities against Israel by manipulating the humanitarian aid that has gone into Gaza, manipulating the shipments of concrete, manipulating
Eylon,
the entry of electricity.
Eylon, I understand that. I appreciate. Eylon, I appreciate that. And again, I understand your country is at war, but I am trying to understand what happens after you dismantle Hamas. What happens after you try to eradicate Hamas? What happens to the millions of Palestinians that are going to live there? They're going to live occupied? Is Israel going to stay there? I'm just trying to understand what the end game in this is. And I can understand if that hasn't been figured out yet as well.
For 16 years, the Palestinians inside the Gaza Strip have been living under the brutal Hamas dictatorship, a regime that brooks no dissent, that treats dissenters with extreme brutality, that has brutalized the Gaza Strip, that has exploited every little morsel of international goodwill and Israeli goodwill in order to turn the Gaza Strip into a terror nest against Israel that can be used to attack, butcher, brutalize, behead Israelis inside. What we're dealing with inside the Gaza Strip is a presence of pure, sheer, unadulterated evil. And we know too clearly, both as Jews from our history and as human beings, that sheer, pure, unadulterated evil is to be eradicated. Because the reality inside the Gaza Strip now is essentially the worst case scenario, the worst option imaginable. And we hope to work with international partners in the future to make sure that the system that is put in place in the Gaza Strip is such that protects not only the rights of Israelis to live in security, but also does not subject the Palestinians to a regime that abuses all international goodwill in order to advance its goals of terror against Israel.